Good morning. My name is Doug Brinkley, the police chief of the city of Sugar Land. This is a great day. Today we get together to recognize some outstanding work from the Houston area Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. During the investigation through the months of April and also May of this year, we were able to apprehend 13 suspects involved in internet crimes against children, mainly child pornography offenses. Behind us, this is a joint task force that worked on this from all the agencies in Fort Bend County, as well as Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office. And I think it's done some outstanding work. Over the years, the ICAC team has been very instrumental in tracking down and also apprehending offenders who have committed crimes against children, or at least possession of child pornography. It is a very serious offense. It is something our entire community, our Houston metro region, should be coordinated against this type of offenses, especially against our children, the ones who are most helpless more than anything else. I just want to give you a brief introduction and welcome you to Sugar Land Police Department as we do this press conference. I want to bring forth our lead investigator for police from our department, Sergeant Matt Levan. He is our coordinator from the Sugar Land Police Department and instrumental in this task force, and he'll recommend or actually introduce the rest of the participants behind me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Matt Levan, spelling last name L-E-V as in Victor, A-N, and I'm a sergeant here with the Sugar Land Police Department in the Criminal Investigations Division. First thing, thank you, Chief Brinkley, for the support for our operation. I have a short statement that I'm going to read here, and then let anyone else make any remarks if they wish. If not, then we'll open it up for questions if there are any. Today we're here to discuss recent arrests made by partnering agencies in Fort Bend County in conjunction with the Houston Metro Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force during an operation called Broken Heart. Operation Broken Heart has been a 2-month-long concentrated effort by the over 60 nationwide ICAC task force targeting offenders who, number one, possess, manufacture, and distribute child pornography. Number two, engage in the online enticement of children for sexual purposes. Number three, engage in the commercial sexual exploitation of children, commonly referred to as human trafficking. And number four, engage in child sex tourism, which is traveling abroad for the purposes of sexually abusing foreign children. Nationwide, there's been over 4,500 federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies that took part in this operation, resulting in over 1,000 enforcement arrests. Within the Houston Metro Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force, investigating agencies conducted 151 investigations, made 105 arrests, received 569 cyber tips, identified 5 child victims from child pornography images, issued 253 subpoenas or court orders, and served 58 search warrants. Over 10,000 attendees were trained throughout 79 presentations for community outreach and internet safety presentations. ICAC investigators are dedicated to identifying and rescuing child victims of sexual abuse. Here in Fort Bend County, several operations were held targeting adults who engaged in online enticement of children for sexual purposes. 13 adult male suspects were arrested after they traveled to a location inside Fort Bend County with the purpose to have sexual contact with a child. Charges for these suspects include online solicitation of a minor, which is a second-degree felony in the state of Texas and is punishable by 2 to 20 years in the state prison system, and attempted sexual assault of a child, which is a third-degree felony, punishable by 2 to 10 years in the state prison system. It should be noted that one of the males who traveled here during this operation is a registered sex offender for life with prior conduct for the same type of offense. 3 adult male suspects were arrested for possession, promotion, or distribution of child pornography on either the state or federal level. Local agencies that participated in this operation included the Sugar Land Police Department, Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office, the Rosenberg Police Department, the KPRC Police Department, the Houston Police Department, Harris County Constable Precinct 1, the Webster Police Department, the Katy Police Department, and the Chambers County Sheriff's Office. Our federal partners included the FBI and HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. This time I'd like to give anyone else an opportunity for other agencies to make any remarks about anything. Anything? Okay. That's all I have from prepared remarks. If there's any questions, we'll take those now.
How important is it for everybody to work together? Obviously, it's a big area to cover.
Yeah, it's the good thing about the ICAC task force. It's a collaborative effort. from officers all over the country, actually all over the world. So we're trained in this type of investigations. We're able to make contact easily with someone else from another agency. We kind of speak the same language, so we're able to get the investigations done quickly and get these offenders put in jail.
And like, what's the message for people who are trying to commit these crimes?
The message, especially here in Sugar Land and in Fort Bend County, it's not tolerated. You will be arrested. You will be prosecuted by the district attorney's office to the fullest extent of the law.
So, were you guys all, this is all done through the computer, where you get pretended to be young children, and also what you can share about your methods, or?
Yeah, and not going into the the techniques, but officers engage in different social media sites on the computer, on the phone, things like that. Made contact with suspects. Suspects again made reference to having sexual contact with children. They travel to these locations. These are the hardest and the worst offenders of all, because these are the ones that come to your county, come to your city, come here to Sugar Land and Fort Bend County, and they want to actively touch and offend a child. And that's why we're here to put them in jail.
These offenders in this case or in general, do they communicate with each other about their desires or their...
Well, maybe not with each other. They want to keep their activities secret because it's against the law. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to be found out. But they have that desire, and they're sexually attracted to children. So that's why they offend. That's why they try to find kids on social websites. And, again, in these cases, actually travel to meet them.
The reason I was asking is a lot of times with the pornography, there's sharing of materials between adults.
Right. We do see in the child porn cases that peer-to-peer investigations, different methods that these images are shared throughout the world. So there is kind of a collaborative effort on those cases. The traveler cases, not so much.
But this, was there anything unusual about any of these individuals, or were they all pretty much caught in a similar exploits or attempting to just meet children or underage minors for...
Well, I think it's important that, we have the pictures up there, and we've already sent out the booking photos, but the ages range from 19 years of age to 66 years of age of our suspects. So you got young people that are, under 20 years old that are offending, and you have very much older adults, senior citizens that are also offending. So when these people when they're sexually attracted to kids, there's no bounds to what they'll do to try to have sexual contact with a child.
Is there certain apps or anything that I guess they were on or discussed?
Yeah, I mean, there's different apps that the investigators and the officers use and that we're a part of that, again, the investigative techniques I'm not going to talk about. But again, any app is potentially dangerous if a child's able to get on it and they're able to access it through their smartphone or another device that connects to the internet. That's where these predators are, and that's where the officers are to hopefully catch these guys.
Have they all bonded out?
I believe a handful of them are still in the county jail. Last I checked, which was about 2 days ago, but it's about a 50-50 mix. Some have been bonded out, some haven't.
And can you tell us, like, range punishment?
Yeah, it's a second-degree felony in the state of Texas for the online solicitation of a minor, which upon conviction is 2 to 20 years in the state prison system.
And how often do you guys use these for students?
Yeah, there's concentrated efforts throughout the year, but the officers, the ICAC investigators, work on this on a daily basis. So we're always trying to catch up. We're always trying to stay involved and again, to bring these guys to justice.
And the sad thing is they always have something to do, right?
They always do. The sad part is, yes, the work never stops. Sometimes the bad guys are a step ahead of us, in the things and how they're perpetrating and the technology. But again, it's a dedicated team, and they're out there trying to enforce the laws. Sure. First name Matt, M-A-T-T. Last name Levan, L-E-V as in Victor, A-N. No.
Now, you mentioned specifically one of those arrested was a registered sex offender. Were any others with similar criminal records or having had any previous criminal justice exposure?
Yeah, not that I was made aware of. Again, the one person who his prior conduct did involve an underage child in another state, and he's a lifetime registered sex offender for that. And again, so the message is they don't stop, so we won't stop. Anything else?
Has there been something where this many arrests were taking place at once? Is that bigger than typical that you've had? And obviously there have been other efforts in the past that have where there have been multiple arrests. Is this one of the larger?
Well, as far as numbers, I mean, they sometimes they're higher, sometimes they're lower. Again, the point is that the officers are out there, and even worse, the offenders are out there.
I was just trying to figure out, was this an unusually large number of arrests as part of this type of operation? Typically
Yeah.
getting more one and picking them off.
I mean, it's in the ballpark that I've seen when we've done these operations that we're offending or we're catching the offenders. I think the main thing is that when we do these operations, there's never no one arrested. So again, the offenders are out there, so we need to be out there also.
How many of these operations have you done?
This Operation Broken Heart was a concentrated effort that was done in May and April, and it was done nationwide through all the ICAC task force. Again, the ICAC investigators on a daily basis work these cases, but again, the results of this was the Operation Broken Heart, which was kind of a concentrated effort for 2 months, April and May of this year.
So do when you have local offenders, but you have a national operation, are you getting information from other agencies? Hey, we had a hit that didn't originate in your local jurisdiction investigation. Are you getting like hits that come from other
Yeah, we work collaboratively with other agencies, and I believe at least one or two of the child porn cases where they're arrested for the distribution and promotion, we received tips or leads from other agencies, and then those cases were investigated. So it is a collaborative effort through agencies across the country. Anything else? That's it. Thank you very much. Good question. A good tip is be involved in your kids' social life, their social media life. Be involved in the apps. Be involved in the computer. Whatever they're involved with, you need to know what's on their phone. And I think everyone would agree, is involvement's the key on the parent side.